So, just give you a little bit of background. I don't know if you guys heard, there was an attack once again on Jews in Shomron, in the Shomron area, Binyamin area, near a place called Eli HaKohen, the Cohen. It's named after the Cohen who presided in Shiloh. So, 4 Jews were killed of all ages. And I think today, Jews went to a place called Turmus Aya, near the place called Turmus Aya, which is a very, very wealthy Arab city. And Jews, they did what they had to do. They didn't kill anybody, but they did, they damaged some property, scared a few Arabs, what have you. So, as a result, we see, the international media, Israel haters, and some people in Israel, and Jews in America, getting up in arms about that. Or people who I like to call Jews in name only. Erev Rav, 17, Frankis, what have you. Jews in name only. So I want to explain something to these people. Not that they care, but I want to explain something to you guys, some of you guys who feel uncomfortable about that as well, about the fact that we are doing reprisal attacks and how you're not fans of this and all this other stuff, all these other sentiments. Guys, we Jews, or the people that live in Judea and Samaria specifically, they don't wake up with violence on their minds and in their hearts. There's the expression, you wake up with violence. They don't wake up with violence. They don't wake up dreaming and thinking about doing violence to people. The Jewish people in Israel have been very, very patient for decades. They've been attacked for decades. The government has allowed them to be attacked for decades. And they've been very patient for decades. They've trusted the government to protect them. The government has done things that made it look like they're protecting them, or they're protecting us. But ultimately, it's resulted in nothing. So now, after decades of allowing this to go on, the Jews in Israel decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go and we're going to vote for the government is going to protect us, despite everything that's going on with Supreme Court and the labor unions and the media. We represent the majority of the country. We, as in normal people. You want to call them right wing? I call them normal. We're normal people. And we're going to go vote the government that we think, that we perceive is going to protect us. Well, guys, lo and behold, we see the result. Now we had Jews ritually slaughtered by Arabs. And by the way, it doesn't even matter. A lot of people making the argument, part of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is happening in Tel Aviv. There's shootings, there's slashings, there's all kinds of things happening in Tel Aviv. There are things happening all over the place. In the north of Israel, in Jerusalem, in Tel Aviv. Not just in settlements, okay? So it doesn't really matter. It happens to leftists, it happens to right-wing people, it happens to religious, to secular, to atheist, straight, gay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. And so the people are tired. And so they decided to take matters into their own hands. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to do this. The Jews don't want to do this. Why? Because they voted for a government who they thought was going to protect them. And now they see that this, whatever they did with this voting, is not going to amount to anything. And by the way, if you call us bloodthirsty animals, you realize that you're reviving a blood libel, right? You're basically saying the Jews are bloodthirsty animals, or these particular Jews. No, they're not. I know them personally. They are not. We don't want to be doing this. We don't want to. You think we have nothing better to do? We don't want to just live our lives peacefully with our families. You think we have nothing better to do than to wake up and go riot in Tur Messiah. By the way, both towns where people with Arabs have money. If you drive around there, they have a Remax, real estate over there. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we have nothing better to do, clearly. My friends, we've let this go on for so long, the Jews. Why? Because we have what's called misplaced Hesed and Rachamim. We have misplaced. Again, these are very, very mistranslated terms. They don't do it justice in English. We have misplaced generosity and kindness and misplaced mercy on people who want to kill us. It's misplaced. My friends, we can't go on like this. We have laws in our country, or we have laws in the Torah, if we would follow the Torah, which we unfortunately don't. Our government does not. There's something called a Ger Toshav. People who live in your land, who are allowed to live in your land, who are not of your nation, foreigners, which is okay. It's not a problem. The main stipulation is that, you have to abide by the 7 laws of Noah, right? Sheva mitzvot b'nei Noah. One of the things is don't murder us. And if you can't bring yourself to not murder us, then you have to leave. If we follow the Torah, we would send you out. Because you're murdering us, not because you're Arabs, not because you're different, not because we're racist, just because you're killing us. If you stop killing us, you can live in our land. But you're killing us. You're taking, imagine this is a knife and you're going like this. All the time. Constantly. What are we supposed to do? Ladies and gentlemen, any other nation, if this happened in any other country, the government would take such a group of people, and unfortunately they would incinerate them and scatter them to the wind, and the ones they didn't incinerate, they would just send them out. The rest of them, they would just send them out. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, even Zelensky would do something like this. And he's trying, right? Somebody's trying to come into his country, kill him, and he's fighting back. And he's not asking the world, "Oh, I'm sorry, I bombed this building, or I bombed these guys. I'm so sorry." And he's not doing any PR, any hasbara, any advocacy, He's asking for more money. He's going around the world asking for billions. Okay. He's well within his right. Whether or not they should give it to him is another story, but he's well within his right to ask. My friends, the Jewish people just want to live in peace. They don't wake up with violence. We don't wake up dreaming of harming Arabs. That's not what we wake up to do. That's not our goal, it's not our mission, it's not our dream. We just want to live in peace. And if we're going to be driving around our roads and walking around our streets, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it is. Judea and Samaria, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, it doesn't matter. These people don't care who you are. They call Hasidic Jews who were anti-Zionists, when they attacked them, they said, "We killed a bunch of Zionists." They don't know the difference. Strymel, knitted kippah, no kippah, never a kippah. You hate the kippah. You hate people with kippahs. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't care. They don't discern. They don't discern between the leftist who's on television bashing religion every night and the actual religious person. To them, we're all Zionists, we're all enemies, we're all apes and pigs, that's it. So, my friends, we don't wake up with violence. And if our government, here's a message to the Israeli government. If you're not going to do this, I don't know if you guys ever seen, there was a show on HBO called Flight of the Conchords. And one of the guys is 2 guys, from New Zealand. And he goes, "Britt, if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it. If you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it. We can't both do it. But if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it." Ladies and gentlemen, to the government, if you guys are not going to do this, we're going to do this. We don't want to do this. We allowed you to try to do this for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. And we're tired. We are physically tired. We can't. I'm sorry, we can't. Can't live like this. And we elected you. Finally, this government, whatever this is, this right-wing government, Kahanist, scary boo-hoo, Kahanist government, ooga booga, with the thought that they're going to take care of this. Clearly, it's not happening, guys. It's not happening. They're going to funerals. I went to one of these funerals with the two brothers. Yeah, they showed up. This Smotrich guy, this other guy, this rabbi, whoever, other people showed up. It's all, that's what this is. They talk and talk. My friends, we don't want to do it, but it's come to that. Unfortunately, after 60 years, not 60, I'm sorry, 75, maybe longer. You can go all the way back to the Hebron massacre. 100 years. It's been 100 years. 100, 100, Mea in Hebrew. Mea Shanim, not Sharim. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, guys. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. All right, I'll talk to you soon.